Hey everyone, this is another update of my Aqueon 54 corner tank. And as you see with my video, as I'm starting off with my newest wrasse. This is actually a newly identified wrasse. It's called a magma wrasse. It's a beautiful wrasse that has nice red color, nice tinge to the yellow on the tail with some purple in it. Very, very awesome fish, very peaceful, and eats like a pig. So like a typical fairy wrasse, or I don't know if it's a fairy wrasse or a flasher wrasse, but I think it's on the fairy wrasse side. Gorgonian is doing very well. You can see here that just popped out of the corner and pecking up the rock is my Bali regal angel. I know he is supposed to be a bigger angelfish, but he did come in tiny, and I was intrigued by the color, has always been, but as you can see, pecking on the rock anemone, just annoying it. I don't think it really does hurt anything, but the regal angel, which went into the rocks again, when it gets older, I'm going to either sell it or trade it in for another fish, but they're hard to get to eat and to stay eating, which this little guy is nice. Since I had him, is nice and getting nice and fat and plumpy, and he's growing a little bit, but when he gets to a point where I say around 3-4 inches, I will rip my tank apart to trade him in to get a different fish. But right now I'm enjoying its company, and it's all over the tank, very peaceful. Loves to pick on the rock, and I don't know why he likes picking the rock enemies, but it seems does not to sting him. I also was showing you the picture of my ruby red dragonettes. You've seen the pair. They actually are a pair. They court at night. They converted completely over to frozen food. They love mices, and they'll swim in the middle of a column to pluck it off. The clams are very used to these dragonettes because they love swimming on top of them. As you can see, the clam doesn't even flinch no more because it's used to it. Well, to this particular fish, I do actually have 3 clams. Nice big blue one, which turns nice and green if you look over the top of it. A nice no blue here, which actually gets better if I go over the top of it as well. And then I have a golden green clam over here. So fish are doing very well. My Pestler's perchlet just loves this tunnel. This is his cave. It's like kind of like a, even though it's in the Anthias family, it kind of reminds me of like a hawkfish, but not as aggressive. It's actually a very passive fish, or like a type of grouper. He's really fat too. Doing very well. Oh, missed a shot of the candy bass if you look at the tail of it. Also, since my last update, I have a Hawaiian dwarf moray eel again, which eats out of my hand. There's the candy basslet and my blue assessor. I can hear in the background my snapping shrimp. Also, I have here is a, believe it or not, this was a yellow or golden sailfin blenny, but now he is completely black, and they could change color, which is really unique because he was golden yellow when I first got him, and now he's just dark color. Maybe a little yellow behind underneath, but he turned black in less than like a week. So I got him from Bali Aquarich, so I got ripped off on that deal, I think, because he was nice and beautiful and then changed. I got some mushrooms here. I think they're considered bounce mushrooms because if you can look at these greens actually pop, which is pretty cool. And I got this orange mushroom yesterday. Again, another gorgonian, which has, it's hard to see here, but it has like purple polyps and nice little reddish stem. So it's doing very well there. I also had a rose bubble tip anemone, which is hard from this angle, but if you look at the top, you can see the beginning of it. Clownfish is still doing very well and excellent, and you can see the batch of eggs in the background, and the male is over there, and the sidekick over here, which is pooping right now. Pipefish is still doing good. I'm still looking for the female for him. I just spooked everybody. Now I also had this, it's a blue, which you can't really see with this light, but if you look in a different light, they're very blue stalks Xenia, and it's been doing well and growing, so I just gotta keep an eye on it doesn't start spreading like wildfire. I have an Australian crown leather, which is very, you can see without the tunics it's popped very well. And it's this big Frilly as well. Sea fans are doing very well in my tank because of the high nitrate and phosphates. That's why my clams do well. The tube anemone is doing very well as well, and rock anemones are doing very well. So the cool thing I had a long time ago, I got my hands on this type of algae which really pops like an orange, as you can see here, and it just never glued itself to the rock. I try to like it, you know, get on the rock. It's a cool little algae. All of a sudden, like not too long ago, I seen this stuff pop up, and it's on this rock. And I thought this was pretty much an algae that disappeared, but apparently not. And this is very cool because it's starting to grow, and it's amazing if you can see it under the tunics. Unfortunately, you can't really see with these cameras because the blue really drowns out on the picture and it's hard to see. The yellow bar hogfish, again, doing very well. I think in my last video I also had a school of red spot cardinal fish, which I actually traded in because they kind of just sitting there doing nothing, and they were plucking each other off, killing each other. As you see here, this regal angel seems to be tasting a little bit of everything. Sorry about the focus, but he's definitely cool. Candy basslet again in the background. My circus gobies are doing very well. I don't know if they're underneath that part of the rock, but they seem to move over to different parts of the tank here. I don't know where they are, but they were moving around. My Halloween hermit crab's doing very well. And that's pretty much the latest update I have. Tank's doing okay. Again, I was being cautious with the coral because of my feeding issue of feeding heavily and watching my algae, and phosphate's very high. I have a phosphate reactor with carbon and GFO. And I got actually a picture over here. I just got him yesterday. He's just a little shy. A leopard toby puffer. I had another one from Bali Aquarich. It wasn't eating when I got it, and like 3 weeks later it just perished. This one was eating at the store yesterday. He's new to the tank, so I think he's just still getting used to it. I think he's taking a rest because he was swimming in the current, maybe got tired, but they tend to like to wedge themselves on the rock if they're trying to hide, and they actually blend in very well. But he was eating this morning. Sorry about the glare, but it's a cool little deep water puffer. Toby puffers are on the fence regarding it being reef safe. I hear that you do very well or have better luck with these particular Toby puffers, that they're smaller and they tend to not to nip at fins and eat your inverts, things like that nature. But I'll keep an eye on him. He was eating this morning, and I don't know why he's resting there. He was swimming over before. Maybe he's taking a little break. But I'll keep you guys posted on that one. But that is all I have right now for an update for you. You can see here the regal angel kind of closed up all the pops here. They're annoying it, but coco worms are doing very well. The other sea fans I have in my tank are doing very well because of the nature of my habits of feeding. And again, a very peaceful community tank, very to zero, pretty much zero aggression from the fish. Even though the amount of fish I have, just the different shapes, different sizes, different habits of the fish really really helps this tank be diverse. I wish I was get a shot of my eel. He's probably under the rock somewhere. He tends to just hang out in the rock all day. He eats from my hands, which is awesome. But this is another algae that I just started growing in my tank. If I could zoom here, it's been growing. It's pretty cool. Hopefully nothing plucks it off because I like it growing on the rock. I like the look of it. And there's a regal angel. So anyway, guys, I hope your tanks are doing very well. And I'll keep you guys updated. and happy reefing. Let me see if we can get a top view of this. There you go. Nice blue color, and it turns green when you look on top. And then this one, sorry for that, but hard to focus on here. Oh, while I'm looking at the top view, one thing I did change, I had actually a Kessel all this time, and I just upgraded to the Radion Gen4 Pro. So I love the spread it has, so I decided to change, and it actually had more colors than just the blue and white, so I could get more pop of my coral with the different modes. I hooked up to the reeflink, got my vortex hooked up to it, so that's the reason why I switched over to the Ecotech version on the lighting and traded in, or actually sold the Kessel. Even though the Kessel was a great light, I feel that the Radion gives me more options, especially with the reeflink and programming, and has the different bulbs that could change different colors and really make different things in my tank pop. And there's a certain color that really makes the magma wrasse like glow. I mean literally glow. And unfortunately I can't do that now with the camera, because it will just not look good on the camera. Look good in my eyes, but not on the camera. So guys, hope your tank is doing well, and keep you guys posted.